Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here and welcome to a video where I want to explain why I believe Pruvit sucks. That is literally how I named the folder, Pruvit Sucks, and I think it could be a fitting title. Pruvit is a US multi-level marketing company and they're shilling ketone related products. Let's just say it like this. I'm very critical of multi-level marketing companies, but there are some specific topics about Pruvit I would like to address to give my opinion why I think that Pruvit is horrible. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, please do so in the comment section down below. Let's get right into the video why I believe that Pruvit sucks. I'm doing anti-MLM videos now for a couple of months, and every single time I stumble across a new MLM, or at least an MLM that is new for me, I think, oh, that's the worst one I've ever seen. That's the worst one I've ever seen. And there are certain criteria why I believe that Pruvit is actually one of the worst. That has to do with the potential to lose a lot of money, with a personality cult that is being appreciated in Pruvit, and also with the potentially dangerous products. So it's kind of like a triple whammy. You're not just able to lose a lot of money, in my opinion, but you might also lose yourself, because you're being observed by a cult leader, a self-proclaimed one, and then the products that you have to purchase and that you have to sell potentially are also dangerous. So I think everything comes together in Pruvit. Let's start though maybe with the main reason why lots of people know Pruvit, and that is Jessie Lee Ward. Jessie Lee Ward is the self-proclaimed most successful and best MLM marketer in the world. There's no proof for that, and she has been saying this for years, but I believe it was either last year or at the beginning of this year that she was finally able to hit the highest rank in Pruvit. Other people have done that before her and are still at that rank, so you being the most successful MLMer doesn't hold up in any way, shape, or form. There are also other people who allegedly make a lot more money outside of Pruvit than her. But in my opinion, Jessie Lee Ward is a cult leader. She's also presenting herself like that. She's profiting off of the people she's recruiting. She is selling courses. And at the moment, she's also doing something very dangerous. But let's start with Jessie Lee Ward.
Aunt said you don't do da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that, you know, oh, because God forbid your aunt. Who is your aunt? Where does she live? You know, what is she living like? Rich get richer not because of anything except for knowledge is the true power. And when you are rich and your friends are rich, you talk and you have different conversations.
Yes, that is the kind of person we're talking about. The caption says, who are you listening to? Before you take someone's advice, look at their life. Ask yourself, do I want to be like them? Which is ironic in my opinion, because if you look at her actual life, I would argue most people don't want to be like her, but we'll get into that in a second. If the answer is no, then don't listen to them. Drop a fire emoji if you agree. I don't agree. Like and share. Blah, blah, blah. I disagree with that person, and I disagree with her antics, with the way she presents herself, etc., because this is not a business owner. This is not somebody who's successful in an MLM because they're working so hard, because they're so knowledgeable, because they're surrounding themselves with the right friends. This is somebody who's also an MLM career hopper, who has been in multiple MLMs. She got kicked out of multiple of them, but she was also always able to take a certain amount of people from her downline with her to new MLMs. That is something that, in my opinion, is conveniently left out. Because if you know something about MLMs, the money lies in recruitment, and the more people you recruit and the more people you're able to bring with you from one MLM to another, the better. She was able to build a big downline and Pruvit, and that is why she's able to make a lot of money there, probably millions and millions of dollars on the backs of others. She's also offering classes for good money, so if you really want to excel, you can purchase one of her overpriced MLM classes, and there you will learn how you will be successful, at least according to herself. The fact that Pruvit allows somebody like this to rise in the ranks, to yell at people in her downline, to make false promises, to make a side income as well off of the backs of the people in her downline is disgusting in my opinion, but I would argue that is not typical for Pruvit. That is something that lots of MLMs will do because the top leaders make them a lot of money. So why would you kick somebody like that out? Well, you wouldn't, because if you can still profit off of that person's sales and recruits, you would be losing out on a lot of money. Jessie Lee Ward has been diagnosed with colon cancer stage 4, and she is currently going through various treatments, trying to cure herself. She has a tendency to not go through the regular medical treatments that are advised and that are also very well researched when it comes to cancer treatments. Since she was able to make a lot of money also off of the backs of people in her downline, and she was able to create a cult-like surrounding, she has huge power also on social media. She has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and in addition to that, she also has an adoring downline who listen to her every word and who take the things that she says for granted. And that is where I want to point out a live that she did with the loudest juicer on planet Earth. She also bothered to tell us that it was a $3,000 juicer, because that is important. It's not just that you juice your life away, but no, it is a really, really pricey juicer. Who cares? Just juice the fucking fruit. Pardon my language. Jessie Lee Ward is on a live here where she's juicing because she has gotten lots of tips from people on how to treat herself and how to support her recovery. So she's juicing her life away because that is so healthy. She's getting acupuncture because that is also so healthy. She's getting some sort of ozone treatment because that is allegedly so healthy. And she also shoves coffee up her butt, trying to help herself that way because that apparently can also cure cancer, or it can help along the road. The only thing she doesn't do is get actual cancer treatments like chemotherapy. And I want to be very clear about one thing. I do hope that she is getting better. I have no skin in the game with this person. I do not know her. I don't care about her as an individual, as a person, because I do not know her as a person. And I am of the opinion, if it's your body, it is your choice. Whether you are a woman, whether you are a man, whatever topic we're talking about, your body, your choice. The same here. That is not my point of critique. You are diagnosed with cancer, you deal with it the way that you think is fitting for you. My issue is that she's on her social media promoting bogus, unsubstantiated treatments that might kill you faster. Instead, she could use the platform and also be very clear about actual medical treatment like chemotherapy. That is a proven method to either slow down the cancer or to up your chances of recovering from that, or at least view being able to get a couple of months and years so that you have time to spend time with your family and friends, something you might not have if you don't follow chemotherapy. So that's the background for this. Jessie Lee Ward is juicing her life away. She is giving information on this live. I find it concerning that people are in her comment section. They are on that live. They're appreciating a lot of information. Somebody says, my son or my mother is also going through a cancer treatment. Maybe I should also get a juicer and help her juice her life away, as if that was a therapeutical measure. You want to juice? Do it. That is awesome. But it's not a replacement for actual cancer treatment. I want to be very clear about this. Now, when people are sick and when people go through certain medical treatments, that can be very difficult for your body, that can be difficult for your mind. Different people react to that differently. For some people, this might be a humbling experience, but it is not the case for Jessie Lee Ward. I would argue she is just the same person she was before, pretentious, obnoxious, loud, lady know-it-all, and spreading a lot of misinformation to vulnerable and impressionable people. So let's take a look at one section in that live that I found very interesting. I'm not going to walk you through everything because the freaking juicer is so loud, your eardrums will explode. Just a heads up.
This will probably be, previewed all over YouTube soon. Really excited because Insanity, like it'll change your whole life and your whole business, is open. I put it in my story. You guys can go enroll in anything you want to enroll in while enrollment's still open for the Boss League Accelerator, for me to coach you, me to be your business coach. There was one that just got submitted that was a hot lead, and the name is Anti-MLM. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys do full coverage on mastery, on my business coaching and everything. I love free publicity, so if you just keep that going, okay. You're so weird. So I'm excited. Yeah, the silver calls are amazing. Yeah, this is a $3,000 juicer. Correct. So you saw my colon. Oh, like When I took the intestines out, yes. Yes, mastery will change your life. Kaylee's coming back for her second mastery. Is worth every freaking penny. You could talk to her or any of the people who went to mastery. It'll change your whole world. The amount of money she's making since she left is cuckoo. I'm so proud of you. Where did you find the info for your diet? The Gerson therapy. Gerson. Gerson. Although I'm following a lot of Chris Beats cancer stuff. And I'm putting together, today actually, a link of, or like a page or something like that with literally all of the resources, books, stuff like that I've been enjoying. So, because you guys keep messaging me, which I love, and I want to be able to help you, but it'll be easier if I can just drop you like a list of, oh, I'm reading from this book, and I like this juicer, and I eat these vegetables, or I don't know, whatever. So, okay.
As a background, she has been juicing, giving a lot of unsubstantiated health information, and now the accelerator, that is her class that she is pushing. Her MLM class venturing into MLM coaching. That is not something that is exclusive to the people in her downline, but also to other MLMs, and you have to pay a good penny to do so. So what we see in content like this is she is leading a lot with her cancer treatment, with the bogus therapeutical things that she does. Then she is pitching her business opportunities, whether it is Pruvit or her classes, and then she's going to be insulting and yelling at people. It's kind of a rhythm that you see that is really repetitive but interesting to watch.
So now that's step one. Step two, thank you. This heart ring is for me, from Sasha and Anna, to remind me to love myself first. Because I'm really good at loving you guys and not great at the self-love thing.
No, sorry, but if you've ever followed Jessie Lee Ward on social media, this is not an individual I would describe as her loving other people. I think this is an individual who is very much in love with herself and who puts herself first all the time.
This will just be one juice. This will just be an afternoon juice that I'm gonna drink really fast. Then I still have other stuff to get to. I gotta get to ozone. Gotta do my blood stuff. Okay, hold on, let me see if I can tap this really fast. The nail color, it's a gel, and I don't remember what it was called. I was trying something new at the nail salon the other day. I'm also keeping my nails, fake nails off, because I feel like, should probably just reduce all toxins. And I know that acrylic obviously has a bunch of toxins in it. So why are you asking me? It's all organic. So why are you yelling at me? Go away. I can't. You know what? I'm gonna start being really rude and saying things I want to say to people on the internet. I'm gonna use. I just want to clap back at all of you people. I just want to clap back at you when you say dumb shit to me on the internet. If you're not eating organically, you're just eating and sucking on GMOs and pesticides. Shut the fuck up. No shit. No shit. I'm aware. What the fuck? Shut up. I would never say that. Stupid. Okay, can you guys hear me? Because I just got a phone call and it mutes Instagram whenever that happens. So let me know if you can hear me. Like, you guys just sound so fucking stupid. All right. Like, oh, Jessie Lee's taking this holistic route. I'm guessing she's sucking on as much cancer as possible. She probably picked up smoking in the meantime. Yeah, I started smoking and doing hard drugs. That's my new hobby. I also started drinking every day. What the fuck are you smoking? People make no sense. No shit.
To give you some context here, there was a person on this live that was commenting, are you juicing organic fruit? Are you juicing organic vegetables? Go to local farmers markets. And the person was rather pushy. The person was commenting a couple of times. I do not know what connection this individual has to her, if there is any connection whatsoever, but it is somebody who says, hey, if you go through cancer treatments, do you eat organic food? That could be helpful. And this was her reaction. I would argue that she's kind of being fed her own medicine at this point, if that's how you say it in English, because this individual is rude to most people around her. unless the people around her serve a certain purpose. If you are interested in specific videos, what it is like to be in her downline, I would encourage you to take a look at Erin B's channel, because she was in that person's downline for years, also in different MLMs, and she has a good amount of information to give. I would encourage you to do that, because this is a person who is used to people bowing to her wishes, following her every thoughts. And then she is yelling at somebody who says, hey, do you eat organic food or not? What are you juicing there? You're having a $3,000 juicer, you're going the holistic route, also eat organic food, and that's where she goes off. Now granted, it might be because she's emotionally in a difficult situation, because she got diagnosed with cancer. I do not know the background of all of that. I'm not in that person's head, luckily, but I find that reaction very, very strong. It is something that is typical for her, because from what I have seen, she's very rude to people on her team, to people in her downline, to people on social media, to people in general who do not serve her a certain purpose. She cuts people off when they're not interesting to her anymore, when people have opinions apparently that are not favorable for her. Once again, check out Erin B's channel. She has a lot of information on her experience, on her personal story in Pruvit, in Jessie Lee Ward's downline. She is very comfortable spreading a lot of misinformation about her cancer treatment, and people shouldn't question her. But when somebody has a normal question while being a bit more pushy, I mean, hello, then you have that reaction, there's something very, very off. It's just a conversation about organic food. So that question is rather triggering to her. Do you eat organic food? Get food from local farmers markets. You can afford it. That is the reaction. But let's continue what further information she wants to spread on this juicing live. And I hope she's not juicing anymore, because that thing is loud.
Susie, I gave you a big shout out on Facebook earlier today for the Young Living Oils. Thank you so much. I don't really cuss that much, but people have been stupider than ever over these last 2 months. Somebody messaged me today. Had to block them immediately. The person sends me something about how Steve Jobs tried to cure everything without listening to his doctors, and he died. Quit thinking that it's literally a meme. Quit thinking that you're special. Steve Jobs wasn't special. I'm like, is that supposed to help me, you stupid MF? Yeah, I thought it was useful. Yeah, block. Oh my God, it's like, who raised these people? Born in a barn, born in a barn. This is a pure juicer. Alright, so that's step 1. Yeah, I swear that happened today. Can't fix stupid emo with duct tape. That's true. Well, maybe you could, like, tape them to a wall or something like that, like the idiots. Okay, so yeah, Susie over here, she sent me frankincense, and then I have vegan. I already had vegan capsules because I'm encapsulating something else I take every day, and so yes, I've been doing it. Listen, I like this question, Rhoda. So Rhoda said, has it been hard to stop eating meat? No. As soon as I was told by that sweet little Chinese lady that I need to go plant-based immediately and I need to stop eating meat, I said, really? Okay. And I went home. She basically said, look, I don't feel good about you in chemotherapy. I think you can do this naturally. I said, okay. And she said, but you need to go eat plants and stop eating meat. And I said, if it's gonna make me live, call me Vegan Lee, baby. Oh, you like explode out of your asshole when you, for sure, when you do coffee enema. But it's like, do you explode after 60 seconds or do you explode after 15 minutes? So what it does is it's agitating your bile ducts. It's activating your gallbladder and also your liver. So it's detoxing your liver, which is super important. So yeah, I'm eating everything solid still. Don't worry about it. This is amazing. Yeah, no, he's been cooking for me. What's stage 4? Some bullshit? That's what it is. It's some bullshit. It's the worst, you know, there's no stage 5. But you know what's the best? At least it happened to me because God doesn't give you battles you can't handle. And now you guys get to watch me win. Like, let's go. I have a whole cookbook of juices that kill cancers. But look at this. This came with my juicer. I mean, of course it did. You know, this is you know, this is absurd. A $3,000 juicer. Guess what I have tomorrow? And if you're in the accelerator, hello. Okay, you guys. Tomorrow, before I have the accelerator call, I have my one-on-one call with Ed Milet. My coaching call is tomorrow. And if you know, you know. If I coach you in business and you've heard me after an Ed Milet call, like, you can tell people your opinions in the chat. You can drop a flame if you want to. But wow, like, I am going to throw flames, like big time throw flames. That's what happens after I have my one-on-one calls with him. So I'm really excited. So I think my call with him is at noon or something, and then I see you guys at 4. And accelerator is open. So that's right, when I bring Edna, accelerator's open, so you can ask them. You don't need to hear from me, but if you have not yet joined my business coaching, I swear on everything you're missing out. I stand behind it so much. I stand behind my coaching like, oh my God, I can't even. Wow, yeah, we'll have a good call tomorrow. Gold calls tomorrow.
Maybe you're able to see the pattern as well. So we're talking about her medical treatments, we're talking about the things she does, her feeling empowered because she wants to fight off that cancer, which I hope she will be able to do so, giving therapeutical help to other people who also go through cancer treatment, who also go through cancer stories. And there are people on this live at the moment thanking her for spreading all of this information, and then she is pitching the accelerator again. I find that wrong. First of all, if you have cancer, that is horrible, and I hope that you are able to get all of the help that you need. She's financially able to do so for sure. Whatever route you go that way. But if you do that to pitch false information and, in my opinion, bogus alternative therapies that might make you feel better but will ultimately not fight off cancer, then that is dangerous. And the mixture of those two is very, very odd. And I would argue she is able to get through with that, and she's getting a lot of backlash at this point, but she's only able to get through with that because, first of all, she has a huge following on social media. There's a certain parasocial connection between people, and also because she's in a cult, and she is leading her own cult, the Empire. And in that kind of scenario, I think that kind of bogus stuff can brew a lot longer before people wake up. And that is what is so damaging, because this can literally kill other people.
Yeah, silver is every other week. That's our mindset call, which is amazing as well. If you would like to be coached by me and you're like, I just need to dip my toe in first to see if I even like you, just start with silver. Silver's open. What about rest? Oh, well, my Aura ring tells me I'm sleeping a ton. I'm also only doing things that bring me joy in regards to business. So that's been actually really fun, is not doing any of the stuff I don't want to do. And people keep asking me, like, are you going to go to this retreat? Are you going to this? Are you going to this? And I'm like, no. No, I'm not. I'm just only doing the things that make me happy. And if it doesn't make me happy, the only thing that's really bothering me right now, honestly, is I can't travel. And the reason that I can't travel, of course, is because I can't juice. I can't, my hyperbaric chamber, my biocharger, it's a pain in the ass to travel with all this liquid stuff. I get IVs every day. I still haven't gone yet today, but don't worry, I'm going to go. They hit this vein every day. This poor little vein. Look at this. Look at what's happening to this vein, by the way. Hold on a second. You love the silver? It's only $47 a month, by the way. That's what silver costs. So DM me the word silver if you need me to send you the link, or it's in the link in the bio. But look, like, can you see? Where is it? Can you see, like, how it's, like, sticking out now? Like, it's so mad. My little veins are so angry. It sucks.
She cannot travel because of the alternative cancer treatments that she's going through. But by the way, she was in Munich not too long ago, when a person in her downline that at the moment is most successful and is also responsible for her hitting the highest rank in Pruvit through an event with Team Game Changer. Yeah, we will get into that as well, in Munich. So she was traveling there.
But I might get a pick line, I think they're called, a pick line put in, because if I get a pick line put in, then I can just, it's like no problem. I can just clip in whatever. Silver is mindset. And so, oh yeah, and a social media course for free. So a $500 course is inside of silver as well, as soon as you sign up. So if you want a social media course from yours truly, obviously, and then mindset calls, which are really bomb, every 2 weeks, that is silver. So go grab that as well. No one said anything about tattoos being harmful. I did a detox for my tattoos years ago, or like a year ago. Am I doing chemo or no? None of your business! Get Avi to make you tofu from chickpeas. Oh, he probably would. Soy is not good for cancer. That's what I figured. Beans are a whole food. I actually don't know why I just yell at you like that. I just keep talking about it. It's getting annoying.
I will not show you the entire life. I will just show you bits and pieces here that I found very interesting. She's making unsubstantiated health claims about stage 4 colon cancer, but she is praising a $3,000 juicer. She's also praising frankincense oil that somebody from the oily MLMs has sent her way, because we know that doTERRA and Young Living oils, they're the cure for everything. At least that is what the oily huns say. In addition to that, she also speaks about her vegan lifestyle. So she's not going to go through chemotherapy at the moment. She's going to go the holistic route, although her doctors advised her to do chemotherapy. So she's not doing that, but she's going vegan. There's nothing wrong with you living a vegan lifestyle, but here's one thing I can guarantee you. I have not seen one study that a vegan lifestyle will cure your cancer. In addition to that, she's also doing coffee enemas to detox her body. That in itself can be very dangerous. Shoving coffee grind up your booty will also not cure your cancer. And the concerning thing is that people appreciate that feedback on this very live and thank her and want to take her advice. That is dangerous. Please do not listen to this person. It is Jessie Lee Ward's decision what she does with her body and if she wants to go through chemotherapy, but it is not okay to spread misinformation, half-truth, and non-substantiated medical claims to her impressionable downline. I would be very, very careful. If you are ever in a situation that you need to go through a cancer diagnosis, do that with a medical professional with backed up information of what can help you with actual studies and not with this nonsensical juice talk. I've already shown you her financial advice video before, and that is another part why I believe that Pruvit sucks. Pruvit is a multi-level marketing company, and the majority of people in multi-level marketing companies do not make money, but they will lose money. So you being recruited into an MLM will very likely lead into you not making a lot of money. It will very likely lead into you losing money. And if you're able to rise in the ranks, if you're able to recruit some people, you will make money off of the efforts of the people in your downline, and also ultimately off of the efforts of people spending a lot of money that they will never get back. And you might be responsible for people ending up in debt because you're making certain promises that the company, the income disclosure statements, the industry itself cannot fulfill. In addition to that, I already spoke about the culty aspect of Pruvit. If you are considered a leader there and if you make money, and I think that Jessie Lee has really pushed this to the 10th degree, people want to be like you. And according to other people who were in her downline, it is very much appreciated and pushed by her as well. She's going to support you if you're doing well, if you want more leads, if you are like her, and if you follow her every move. And that is why I believe in the Empire, which is in itself already a bogus name. We have a lot of people that are Jessie Lee Ward minions. They try to copy her, the way she speaks. They put her up on a pedestal. They also do this, call me, Jessie Lee at this point is not doing this anymore, but she started her lives with you can call me #BossLee. And other people were doing the same. She's very energetic when she's on social media or also when she's on team calls, if it fits her purpose. And people are copying that. So a lot of people in her downline are trying to copy her one-on-one. And that is another thing that I find concerning. You're trying to copy somebody if you're losing your own identity, who you are as a person to please somebody else. That is a cult-like surrounding. And other people are looking for her support and they're looking for her appreciation to a degree that I find concerning.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Courtney Alexandra. I love you, baby. Courtney Alexandra Shepherd. You can also call me #Courtney Shortening. Live from North Texas. And we're going to talk about leveling up your income fast. Yes.
filming this video, some things happened that I should include into this video. Jessie Lee Ward and Pruvit have announced that Jessie is not just a distributor for Pruvit anymore, but also a part of the corporate team now. How ironic that the almighty MLM demon, a corporate job, is now a part of Jessie Lee Ward's life too. She is the VP of Field Development and Performance for Pruvit. To me, this sounds like a completely made-up job and title. I believe that Pruvit tries to keep her close that way and tries to profit off of her even more because her time as a stage 4 colon cancer patient without current chemotherapy treatment is limited. That is just my assumption, but if that is true, then I find that absolutely gross and unethical. It is also unethical to allow her to continue to work as an independent consultant and to continue to recruit and to sell the company's ketones and be part of the corporate team at the same time. This is a huge conflict of interest in my opinion, and every regular company would get in trouble for doing something like this. Let's say a company does a sweepstake and you're allowed to participate that if you're an employee of the company. That is also not okay, it is unethical, and it is illegal. But I guess in the MLM world, that is not an issue. This conflict of interest is not necessarily new to Pruvit. In Monate, for example, the daughter of Stuart McMillan, the president of the company, also works as a distributor and was or is successful at one of the top 3 director ranks. I am sure purely because of her immense ability and not because of her connections to Monate corporate. In the jewelry MLM Paparazzi, the brother of Trent Kirby, the founder of Paparazzi, is also a distributor and at the higher ranks. Again, I'm pretty sure because of his charm and his immense sales and recruitment talents. Yes, that was irony. This is a short but I believe important update for this video and in my opinion 2 more reasons why Pruvit sucks. Let's continue with the video. And that leads me to another point why I think that Pruvit sucks, and that is connected to her at the moment number 1, Minion, the person who is responsible with their team that Jessie Lee was able to hit the highest rank in Pruvit, and that is Sasha. He is the leader of the team Game Changer, and he's located in Switzerland. This is kind of an experiment because I did have access to a couple of team calls. They're being held in German. This is not the European call, this is the German call, and I found it rather interesting because if you ever get a pitch from a Pruvit hum, you might want to be careful. It could either be somebody who is yelling at you if you have an opposing opinion, it could be a copycat, it could be a minion of Jessie Lee Ward, or it could not even be a human being trying to contact you, trying to help you with whatever you struggle in your life. Sasha, ironically, is one of the most successful people in her downline, and he is the one who's not trying to copy her to the T. He has a very different approach to this business, as I can see, more factual, more business-oriented, not that showy. A lot of US MLMs and a lot of US reps are very much showy, and they're very showcasey and very loud and obnoxious. Us Europeans, and I'm aware I'm generalizing here because there are different types of people everywhere, but that's not that much of a European thing. And from what I have seen, he and his team are a lot more business and tech connected. While he also speaks occasionally about Jessie Lee Ward on his German team calls and also on opportunity calls. Do you know Jessie Lee Ward? Do you know who she is? If you don't, that's fine. I will just tell you what we're doing, etc. If you do, she's an amazing human, but that's about it. I don't see that he or people on his team try to copy her. It's a different approach. And they're at the moment more successful than the people who copied Jessie Lee Ward to the T. That is why Sasha is so important for Jessie Lee Ward at the moment. Let's see for how long. Maybe he is even getting more successful than her, which I think would cause an issue. And if they're not able to hold their ranks, and if they're dropping in the ranks, and that also means that Jessie Lee Ward is not as successful anymore, then I would argue that appreciation probably also will disappear rather quickly. But that is just my assumption. These are little snippets from Sasha's team Game Changer. Yes, us Europeans are not that showcasey, but we also have the ability to name teams with stupid names. He is teaching his team here how to use AI when you are in an MLM on top of your very own expertise. How to better your posts with language that might be more interesting to the people that you want to attract. And he's advising to include the usage of AI in your daily doings so that it can do the job for you and it is easier for you to reach your targets while using the right language. His secret to success, among others, is ChatGPT. Yeah, I know, it's not that deep, it's not that much of a secret, but I found it rather interesting. The text on the screen will also be in German. I will translate it for you because I find the actual approach to this disgusting. And I will tell you in a second why.
Ein paar Sachen einfach habe ich auch mich persönlich bereit erklärt, da ein bisschen Geld zu investieren. Musst du aber nicht, kannst du relativ viel für gratis haben, aber ja, wie gesagt. So, als allererstes geht es darum, ja, ein bisschen zu verstehen, wie ChatGPT funktioniert. So, wenn du jetzt zum Beispiel hingehst und einfach reinschreibst, zum Beispiel, ich bin im Network Marketing. Ich mache das Beispiel jetzt für mich. Schreibe mir 10 Ideen für ein Social Media Post. So, und dann gucken wir mal, was er raushaut.
He's advising people on free AIs so that you don't have to spend a lot of money. He also has a paid version, but he's advising his people on AI that is available for free. The example he's typing in here is, I'm in network marketing, give me 10 ideas for social media posts.
Und ich möchte dir damit einfach zeigen, wenn man sowas reinpackt, dann kommen auch nur ziemlich durchschnittliche Ergebnisse raus. Also, vielleicht ist das ein oder andere schon gar nicht schlecht, aber jetzt kommt das Wichtigste, was du eben entsprechend verstehen musst, ist, je mehr Kontext du was an die Hand gibst, also da drüben sind meine Noten, je mehr Kontext du an die Hand gibst, desto leichter hat es eben entsprechend ChatGPT.
What he's speaking about here is that he says this is something that can already give you some ideas, but as you can see with the results, this is very generic. So if you really want to make this work for you, you need to be more specific in ChatGPT. And now he's advising his team how to be more specific to get better and more targeted ideas to address his targeted audience, to be able to recruit and to be able to sell.
Schreibe mir 10 Social Media Ideen für Instagram. So, okay. Für Instagram. Jetzt kommt es dann. Dein Themenbereich. Themenbereich ist Network Marketing als Nebeneinkommen. Machen wir mal das.
He is more specific here, and that is what he advises his team. Now he's typing in a more specific request for ChatGPT to target the right people. He says, give me 10 social media ideas for Instagram when I'm working in network marketing, and this is my side hustle. It gets better, trust me, because the next example is that he's going to be more specific of what audience to target. And it might be a surprise, but vulnerable people and single moms might play a role in this. Yeah.
Meine Zielgruppe, schreibe ich rein, Zielgruppe sind zum Beispiel alleinerziehende Mütter.
Now he's specifying who to target with these posts, and I need to pull out my glasses so that I can translate that for you correctly. So he has the topic of network marketing as a side hustle. You are a social media expert and copywriter. Help me to get the best ideas. The target group is single mothers. So some of the examples that ChatGPT is now pushing out, according to his more specific request, is show them inspiring mothers, show inspiring single mothers that have been able to work a career in network marketing successfully as a side hustle and share their success stories. Maybe that sounds familiar to you. Time management tips. If you are a single mom, how can you use your time more effectively to run your network marketing business? flexibility and time freedom, show how you can do this as a side hustle. If you're a single mom, you can work from home, you're in charge of your own time, etc. I think we've heard these claims before, but in the past it was rather people just repeating what their uplines are telling you. And now the Huns are doing that via ChatGPT. Now he's asking ChatGPT to define his target audience. So all of the specified information he's put in before, he's going to be more specific, or he's asking ChatGPT to be more specific. And it says that your target audience is a person between 25 and 50 years, living in Germany, looking for an additional stream of income. She has a full-time job or is working part-time and is looking for an opportunity to stock up her income and potentially also to build her own business. Our customer is motivated, but he or she also has strong work ethics and is ready to use time and energy to invest that to be successful. They're ready to work hard to achieve their goals. And then they're getting into more information. Customer is also somebody who cherishes their freedom. They have a feeling that they're caught in their 9-to-5 job. They're looking for an opportunity to define and to lead their own lives and to be able to control their own lives. So he's asking ChatGPT to pretty much present him the people he can pitch to. This is not necessarily news. We've also heard and seen this on a lot of other calls. Who are you going to pitch to? Yeah, duh, single moms. People who are financially vulnerable, people who are not happy in their 9-to-5 jobs. But now it is ChatGPT that is doing that. And it's getting more and more specific. Now he's going to ask ChatGPT what the main problems of this identified target audience might be and how you can utilize that: time issues, financial issues, skepsis, lack of experience, loneliness, and there is an entire paragraph under every single one of these points. Let's take loneliness, for example, because I find it awesome that MLM Huns are pitching lonely people. When people work from home, they can sometimes feel lonely and miss contact to other people. It is important to offer a community, to build a community through regular calls and meetings to motivate people who have loneliness as their driver. That is disgusting. So we're primarily pitching young single mothers, people that are in financial need, and people that are lonely, according to ChatGPT. Now, mind you, ChatGPT, of course, is only pushing out what specifically he is searching for. But I find it very telling that this is his main target audience, although it is just used as an example. You could have used something else as well. Strong, independent business women working a successful corporate job or running their own business, having 30 guinea pigs and 3,000 German Shepherd dogs. But that is not what he's asking here for. So what he has done here is he has combined all of the information he put into ChatGPT before, and he's asking the system to give him a content plan to address the vulnerable people, his target audience that he has specified before. And he's asking ChatGPT to give him a 4-week content plan to address those vulnerable people on Instagram with emotional and very emotional posts. And the system is pretty much giving him exactly this. Why am I walking you through this? Because first of all, it shows very clearly what kind of clientele MLMers, no matter where in the world they are, who they try to target. I find that very, very specific, very clear, and I find it disgusting. So it doesn't matter where you are, whether somebody from Pruvit in the United States reaches out to you or whether it is somebody in Europe, they apparently assume that you're vulnerable, that you're looking for something. Especially welcome are single mothers who are struggling financially, who are lonely, who have a lot of motivation and they want to build up their own business so that you can pretend that you're actually doing that. And those suggestions might either come from within the company, from the all-knowing culty leaders that are spewing a lot of medical misinformation on their social media to pretty much become copycat versions of themselves, little minions, trying to speak like them, trying to present themselves on social media, hoping that they will be as successful as the all-knowing, almighty leader. Or you will have people like this, or not necessarily their one-on-one minions who have kept more of an individuality and more of an individual personality, but they're using a technical system where they try to recruit you and where they try to push your pain points. If a Pruvit Hun pitches you, they might be in a culty situation, they might try to copy their leader, they might be a very dangerous information spread and bogus leader in Pruvit, or it might just be somebody who copies stuff from a computer. So if somebody reaches out to you and tells you how amazing you are and how good you would be at this business and why you would be able to be successful, then maybe type that into ChatGPT and see what happens there. It might be a computer that tries to pitch you. And the Han bots are just trying to copy what they have heard or what a computer has told them they should do. I think Pruvit sucks. I think I've said it before. And in addition to that, what I find very concerning, and that is my finishing point, besides all of this human or non-human interaction that I find very concerning in multi-level marketing companies, and that is the products themselves. I will link an article down below because there have been rumors that potentially Pruvit products are not safe. Behind MLM came out with an article, I will link it down below, asking if Liqueur Enterprises has a lead contamination problem. Liqueur Enterprises is kind of the head company that is running MLMs, Pruvit being one of them, and also Elomir. I'm not stating it as a fact that Pruvit might have an issue with the lead-infected products that they're selling, their ketones, their exogenic ketones. I'm not stating it as a fact either, just like the article asks if there is a lead infestation problem. So if you are ever interested in Pruvit, in the exogenic ketones that you have to drink to allegedly put your body into ketosis, which is not a thing. You don't put yourself into ketosis if you drink exogenic ketones. So there might be certain issues connected to those products as well. I will link the article down below. Before you drink any of those products, I would encourage you to do your own research about potential contamination of Liqueur Enterprise products. Pruvit is a part of that Liqueur Enterprise mother company, so there is a possibility that something is going wrong in the company when it comes to the product. Once again, not stating as a fact, I'm raising this as a question. The article also states that lead contamination is not a trivial matter. Lead is toxic to humans and can affect people of any age or health status. The FDA monitors and regulates levels of lead in foods, including dietary supplements and cosmetics. While it is not possible to prevent or remove lead entirely from foods, the levels in food can be reduced. For adults, chronic lead exposure is associated with kidney dysfunction, hypertension, and neurocognitive effects. Cancer, birth defects, and reproductive harm are other commonly cited side effects. So if you are in Pruvit, if you were in Pruvit, or if you're looking to buy products from Pruvit, I would encourage you to do your own research to make sure that you're doing something that is not potentially harmful to your body. In this case, I'm citing this article. I'm not stating this as a fact for legal purposes, but I think it is important to raise awareness. Why? Because in my opinion, MLMs are cult-like institutions, and from what I have seen, actual transparency is lacking. So do your own research before you join a company, before you use the company's product, because I would argue the least one would do is to do something where they believe they're doing something healthy for themselves, where they're able to be more energetic, to move their body more efficiently, and in the end, they might do damage. What did you think of this experiment, especially about the German-speaking part? I do have access to a good amount of German-speaking content from the Pruvit team. Was this doable for you? Did you think it was interesting? Is there another way that you might be interested in German-speaking content? I'm also looking into opening a German playlist at some point, and then that type of content is also welcome. But also for the not German-speaking audience, I want to make sure that the content is being presented in a way that is interesting to you as well. And if you are a content creator, or if you know content creators who are interested in getting help with the translation of this team specifically, because I've heard from multiple people that it is interesting for them to get information specifically on Sasha and his team, I'm willing to offer you my help and to help with translations if that is what you want. So let me know what you thought about this. I think that Pruvit sucks for various reasons. I've stated them in this video. And my suggestion is to not join Pruvit. My suggestion is to not join an MLM. I'm going to film another video now that's pretty much titled Optavia Sucks, because they're also horrific in my opinion. We will see how that goes. Today is a horrible MLM sucks video filming day, and I'm all here for it. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, tschüss!